What y'all doing? This is Luna. Today is Luna's 4th birthday. And she's gonna get a little spruce up for her birthday. Her little face trim and spruce her up a little bit. She woke up this morning not feeling too good. But got her to eat a little bit and she's doing much better now. Although she is the boss of the family. She's Miss Sassy. And she can be quite a challenge sometimes if she's not in the mood for things. So we're gonna see how it goes. And as you can see, I just put on my normal moo-moo today, my satin moo-moo, because when I'm cutting hair, this thing, the hair just falls right off. I don't have the apron or whatever like the real groomers. I guess I could get one, but this works just as good. It don't look as nice. It ain't that cute, it's just a moo-moo. But it serves a purpose. So, I'm gonna let you come along with me as I do Luna today. She is the boy, you're gonna hear the boys in the background. Hero is now 3.5 months old, so they are starting, although Czar is fixed, Hero's still too young to be fixed, so they're starting to butt heads a little bit. But we're gonna let him go as long as we can let him go before we have him fixed. And he's still a little underweight for that anesthesia. But yeah, today is my girl's 4th birthday. And like I was saying, she is the boss. She's the bossy one, she's the sassy one. She will snap at the clippers, she will snap at the scissors, and she will snap at me while I'm doing it because she hates it that much. But I'm just gonna give her a little spruce up, and I'll probably end up trimming Femi's face as well as Czar's face. Hero's still holding on pretty good to what we did with him last time. So, just fluff her up a little bit, spruce her up, make her look real pretty. Make her look real pretty, yeah. So, I've been thinking on, sit down, Luna, sit. Sit, baby. Let me go get a paper towel. Sit, good girl. Good girl, Luna. Good girl. That's my good girl. All right. So I was wondering, what kind of videos do you guys like best? Are you loving the poodle videos? Am I poodling you to death? Or should I take you guys along with us when we go shopping? Should I take you guys along with me when I'm doing cleanups? I have I ordered them a little closet, a little wardrobe thing, because I'm running out of room now that I have 4. I'm running out of room to put all of their items, all of their little hanging clothes and stuff like that. So I ordered them a little wardrobe and extra hangers and stuff. And I was going to try to video myself putting that together. I didn't know if that was something you guys would be interested in or not. So let me know in the comments below. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I only have 70 subscribers, but I'm so thankful for those 70 of you that took the time out to hit that button. This is just a little, they call it a flea comb, but it's what I use on their face to get that hair up right there at their eyes. If you have a poodle, you know the tear stains, the goo-goo, yeah. And Luna has very pretty markings She has like almost apricot ginger like eyelashes, eyebrows right around the eyes, and her little eyebrows get some goo-goo in it sometimes. Anyway, on her, because she is full grown, I usually do their face and everything with a 30 blade. I used the 10 blade on Hero on the last video that I did because it was his first groom. He wasn't used to it. Luna is used to it, although Luna still does not like it. So we're going to see how she does with me today. And if she doesn't give me too much of an issue, we'll continue on with this 30 blade. We're going to go, like I said in my last video, I like to go inside the ear a little bit. You don't want to catch that flesh. You just want to clear that hair so that their ears can breathe. Because their ears lay flat and they get moist in there. They can get an ear infection if you don't take care. But I'm going to go down with this 30 blade. I'm not going to go against the grain on her neck just because it is really close. And she's not feeling the best today. So we're just getting a spruce up. Now I am going to go against the grain up here. Pull that hair out of this ear. And I do pluck the hair out of their ears when needed. Although Luna is the least, she needs the least bit of ear maintenance out of all of them that I have. Her ears are very good. She needs the least amount of maintenance as far as anal glands, as far as ears. I guess she knew she was going to be the big sister and needed to get out of the way for the other ones to come. So her's a big girl, huh? And then, like I said in my last video, when you get around the mouth and the lips, you want to pull that skin tight. I don't know if you can see it on that side, but I'll show you on this side. You pull it tight like that with your finger and hold it while you run that blade. That way you don't, well, you take a less chance of nicking them that way. Oh, come on, baby. It's okay. It's okay, honey. And little whiskers make the clipper sound a little louder, and that startles her a little bit. Yeah, leave that tongue in. Leave that tongue in. Let's get under your chin. Good girl. And Luna has really long canines that stick out. You can see them right there. So I try not to get too close because a lot of times our clippers will hit her canine, and that she hates that. So I try my best not to do that. Good girl, Luna. Good girl. Luna's being such a good girl. Yeah. Lots of positive reinforcement. Yeah. Because her is a good girl. Yes, her is. Her is such a good girl. With that hair under the eye. Yeah, right by that tooth. And then she's got a little bit of a mustache right under her nose. Yes. I'm going to try not to get that tooth, baby. Let me get this patch of hair under your eye. Oh, just take a minute to clean up. You are such a good girl. Let me see how pretty your face is. See? I say I'm so much cleaner. My face is so much cleaner now. Okay, let's take a break and clean up. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to take our poodle comb and comb out her top knot and her ears. Don't bite. I'm doing it easy. I'm doing it easy, Luna. Let me see. Let me be able to see what I'm doing. You can't see. You can't do it. You can't do it, honey. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I do not know what I am doing. I do this because we had an incident with Femi. A pretty bad incident with Femi. Last time we took them to the groomer. They cut her really bad under her arm and didn't tell me about it. And yeah, it was 2 days before I actually found it, and it was bad. I don't know if they put something on it to stop the bleeding. They had to. It was deep. She had actually a piece of flesh hanging right under there where you can't see. But she wasn't acting right. She wasn't acting herself, and I knew something was wrong, and I just kept trying to figure out what was going on. And finally, 2 days later, I turned her upside down, all which kind of ways, and was checking her every inch of her body, and I found it. And I do have a really good groomer. The lady that owns the place, she's really great. I've been with her for, I don't even know how long, years, over 10 years. And I normally don't let anybody but her cut them, and I shouldn't have that day, I'm assuming. Well, it's obvious I shouldn't have, because she was out, and the lady that was there, she cut her, and she didn't tell me. And which, I mean, if she'd have told me, I mean, I know things happen. I know it happens. I've accidentally nipped them before, you know. It happens, even when you're trying to be as careful as possible. But and my groomer has nipped not any of these babies, but my previous baby, she nipped him, and she told me about it. I mean, you gotta tell, just in case something happens, you know. She even nipped my very first poodle. She thought it was bad enough that he needed to go to the vet. She brought him to the vet and told me about it, called me, told me about it, paid for the vet bill and everything. But this lady, I don't know. And I haven't, I've reached out to her since that to, just to try and touch base, but I haven't heard back from her, so. That's why I decided I would just use what little bit of skills I have and do it at home for a little while until I get over my little fear, or until she reaches out to me and contacts me again. It's a whole lot easier to have a groomer. It really is, because it's not easy work. It's really not easy. And it takes me probably 3 times as long to do what she can do, 3 times or more than it would take her to do it and get it done real quick, and it look a whole lot better when she does it. Just shaping up her little top knot a little bit. Take the hood over the eyes off a little bit. It hadn't been that long ago that I gave them a full haircut, so they're not that bad. And if I would stay on top of it, it wouldn't be that bad. But I procrastinate because it is so much work. Is that right, baby girl? I procrastinate because it's a lot of work. Luna's got really fine hair, is not very poodly. It's not coarse and hard. The others have thicker hair. Theirs is still not very coarse. When I was a kid, I remember my aunt had poodles my whole childhood, and it just seemed like to me that their hair was a lot coarser back then than it is now. How are you looking, honey? There is a good girl. Yes, there is a good. So Luna's birthday party is today. I'm glad she's feeling better. We didn't have to buy too much for her party because she has the same stuff that she had last year. Because Luna is a diva. Luna is a diva. Her likes pink. Yeah, say pink is my color. Pink is my color. Here, let me take some off the edge over here. Yeah, honey. You're such a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. Oh, you got a mustache over here, honey. We missed a whole tough hair. And still. Yeah. Hit that tooth, huh? Yes. That's why we have to get it close. Because of that tooth. I avoided it because of that tooth. Yes, I did. Okay. Now, let's do your little tail back here. Their daddy likes their tails to be fluffy. So, we don't cut much off. We just cut the tips off because if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell or not, but as Luna grows out, she has little apricot or ginger, whatever color you want to call it, hairs that, those are actually more coarse, the little ginger hairs. So, we just trim her down to where those get soft again. And I don't know if I'll do much trimming today though, with her not feeling very good and it being her birthday and me needing to get her brother and her sister all trimmed up. Look at that. I left a whole piece on top of your nose, honey. Good girl, Luna. Good girl, Luna. So I usually just, I'll just trim up the base of the tail. And leave the end fluffy because their daddy likes it fluffy. Everybody has a tail except for Czar. He's got a little bitty nub back there. I think he, they usually try to measure the tail. When they cut the tail, they try to measure by the size they think the dog is going to actually be. And I think they probably thought he was going to be a little larger maybe and the tail would grow more. That's all I can see. Because he's got a little nub back there. It ain't nothing. I just leave his hair long. Trim the very end of it off. And leave the rest of it long so he can look like he has a tail. So usually with their tail, her tail, I'll just take it to the very end. Because their hair grows constantly. Just like a human's hair. It just keeps growing. It doesn't get to a certain length and stop like a German Shepherd or a weenie dog or something like that. Their hair gets to a certain length and it stops. A poodle's hair just continues to grow like our hair. So I just cut the ends of it off and check and see if I've made it too disproportioned. And if it's okay, I just leave it. Good girl, Luna. You're such a good girl, Luna. I know you don't like this comb. None of you do. But it does a good job. Yes, it does. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Okay, you gonna let me, do I need to cut your belly? Do I need to trim your belly? Hmm? Do I need to trim your belly? And I'll do her feet probably off camera because that's gonna take me a while. She has, let me use the other end. Let me try this first. She has very long toes and they're dark colored, so I usually have to file her nails. I can't cut them because I'm scared I'll hurt her. And she hates for her feet to be done. In comparison to the rest of them, she's the worst. She's the worst one. Yeah, I'm the worst one, but that's okay. Say, I'll take that. Say, I'll take being the worst one. I'll take being the worst one. Yeah. Okay. All right. You gonna let me trim your feet up a little bit? You gonna let them see how you love to have your feet done? Huh? Okay. Let's see. These didn't do good on your feet last time, did they? Not too good, but we're gonna use them. I know, honey. And when I trim their feet, like I said in the last video, I just go right up above that wrist. That's what I call it. But I use these smaller ones on their feet because I don't want to cut them, like in between the toes or whatever. And she's not feeling this, so I'm gonna put her in a lap because she is a baby. She is a mama's girl sometimes, huh? Don't hurt yourself on that table. Don't hurt yourself on that old table. Let's try this one, see if it does any better. And I just take it, it takes a lot longer than it would if I used the big clippers. And like I said, probably doesn't do quite as good a job. I mean, it gets good if I can convince them to let me do it. But I would rather take the extra time and use the smaller one than to take a chance on cutting them, because they are my babies and I don't want to hurt them. You got to get in between the toes, top of the toes, in the middle of the pad down here. I'll do that later. But you have to keep their feet all cleaned off, especially with ours. They, because they sleep in the bed with us, they get on the couch, and they go outside, which we have a puppy pad outside. We have the artificial turf for them, so they don't really get dirty as far as dirt goes. But still, from the rain and dust and stuff like that, keeping their feet clean helps with keeping the inside clean. No. Good girl. Good girl, honey. And like I said before in the other video, I just got these little cheap clippers off of the internet. And when they came in and I saw how good they worked for me, I ordered 3 more pairs. That's why you see on the side of here I wrote old, because I took them all out of the box, threw the packages away, and just put them in their bin, their grooming bin. And I wanted to make sure that, because I take the batteries out. I use rechargeable batteries. So I take the batteries out when I put them up, and I didn't want to get them mixed up. I wanted to use these until they didn't cut anymore and then go on to a new pair. So I wrote on the side of them that this was the old pair. And when I go to the next one, I'll do the same thing. Throw these away, type on there old, and then I'll have 2 pairs left. Alright, I got in between her toes and everything. I got her little wrist exposed. Then I have to come in here and get this little hair underneath her foot. And her don't like it. And then I go back down the back of the paw, right here underneath the pad, and I'll go back and take that off a little bit. I'm gonna go past that wrist. I am going to go ahead, since she's not giving me too much trouble, I'm gonna go ahead and see if she'll let me file this foot, and that way you guys can see it. And then I'll probably go off camera and finish the other 3 feet. All right, got my filer, and like I told you guys in the last video, I think I did, this is a Pet Libro is what it's called. Diamond, it's got a diamond head filer on the end of it, it says. Anyway, I found this at one of those box stores. You can find them on Amazon though. Maybe not that name brand, but they have them. So I'm gonna go ahead and file these, file this foot so you can see, and then I'll go off camera and finish the other. Missed that toe? I missed that toe in between there, huh? You sliding on my moo-moo. You sliding on my moo-moo, honey. All right. Now I can see some of her toes, and they're really long, and I try to stay on top of them because they say if you keep them cut back, then the toe itself will retract in growth. It hasn't worked for me on her. And it could be probably because I don't really know what I'm doing, or I might not be doing it right. I don't know. But I try. So because you know long nails hurt, that it hurts their foot, so I try to stay on top of it. But she still has like the longest toes. She's really been good today. It's got to be because she don't feel good. She woke up. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. I'm going to try to be as open and honest on this channel as I possibly can without being nasty. She woke up about 5 o'clock this morning, and she had bowel movement that ended with runniness. And then when we went back to bed, her stomach was just constantly making noises. And so I tried to get her to eat something just in case it was hunger noises. She wouldn't eat. So we went back to bed. Her stomach kept making noises. I finally got her to eat a little piece of meat. And yes, I know I'm not supposed to give her meat, lunch meat. But when they get to feeling ill like that. It's whatever I can get her to eat to get her stomach straight. I do it. So she did eat a little piece of meat. She wouldn't take a treat. She wouldn't do anything else. And then when I got up about 8 or so, I fixed her some breakfast to try to get her to eat. And I had a can of Royal Canin gastrointestinal from when she had upset stomach and had to go to the doctor. So she ate some of that and she seemed like she started feeling better. So that's her not feeling 100% is gotta be the reason she's not giving me any problem right now. So as you can see, there's one foot and there's the other foot. Say, oh, look at the difference. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go off camera, finish the other 3 feet, and then I'll come back and let you see me trim Feemy's face. Hey y'all, we back. Got Feemy this time. I finished up with Luna. I got Feemy this time. I'm just gonna spruce her up a little bit for the birthday party tonight. Trim her face up a little bit. Her is a good girl, huh? Yeah, Feemy, you a good girl. She's a good girl. But she still don't like to get her hair combed. She did something today she's never done before. I went to pick her up to bring her up here to the table and she ran under the couch. She's never done that before. But say I saw you cutting my sissy and I knew it was my turn next. So we're gonna just give her a little brush out. And then we will trim her little face up. And you can hear them chomping in the background probably. Huh, yeah, you're so cute. But Feemy and Zara are probably the easiest ones to groom. Feemy being the easiest. Hair. I got a hair. So, anyway, she's got really beautiful, thick ears. So we have to go through them pretty often and comb them and make sure there's no mats. See, like that hair just coming out. I used to get the groomer to thin them out for me, but what are you doing? Come back over here. And she would thin them out a little bit for me, but I don't know how to thin them out. I guess I could research it and learn, but I haven't. So we take us a little trip here and there to the stores, and we like to ride along. Yeah, Feemy loves to ride. She loves to get up in the front of the dash though when we park. We don't let them, they're buckled in the whole time we're driving. But when we park and I go in the store, they stay in the vehicle with their daddy, and he lets them walk across the dash of whatever vehicle we are in at the time. Saying, I love it. Yes, I do. I love it. You're a pretty girl, Feemy. You're a pretty girl. Feemy is the, she's laid back. She's the most laid back of them all. But she has not adapted to Piro yet. She still doesn't really want much to do with him. She plays with him a little bit outside sometimes, but that's about it. When we're inside, she don't want nothing to do with him, and she definitely doesn't want him getting close to her, especially if she's around her daddy. She don't want him close to her daddy. She is almost okay with him sleeping in the bed, but because he's a puppy, I keep him in a harness and I have him tethered to the bedpost so he doesn't fall out or hurt himself, jump out, break a leg until he gets older. So she's okay with that now. She really wasn't at first because she likes to sleep right here by me. And at first she was not having it, and now she's gotten to the point to where she will come back up to the top and sleep by me while he sleeps at the top of my head. Hers got a pretty hair, dude. Yeah, hers got pretty hair. Something about that silver poodle, that color, she is just gorgeous, huh? See, I'm just gorgeous. I'm just gorgeous. Yeah, I see you peeking at me. I see you peeking at me. All right, so I'm gonna take the brush, the comb, the flea comb, and make sure we don't have any kind of goopy goo stuff or tangles in the under eye area. Get it all combed out. Oh yeah, that's a good girl. I'm gonna go ahead and trim her top knot first, since it's sitting up so nice and pretty for me. I do a little indent over the ear. Just to give it some definition. And then I just round it off to keep it from getting too long. Alright, we got her shaped up a little bit. I'll get up on those edges a little more. Make it more defined by her eye. This color is a lot easier to cut. You can see better what you're working with. And then her being as good as she is. Say her being as good as she is, I don't have to go back as much. Yeah. So now I still have the 30 blade on here from Luna. I'm going to trim her face up a little bit. She don't give me much trouble, so unless she starts to move too much, I just leave her undone. I'm going to try to see all that hair. She's got really thick hair on her ears. One day I'll get better at this video and stuff, and I'll have a better angle where y'all can see better. It just gets loud like that because of their whiskers being coarse. You gotta move fast with these clippers so they don't, because they're close. They're very close. You don't want to leave it in one spot too long because it'll cut. Yeah. There's a good girl. Show them how pretty you are. Show them how pretty you are. Say I'm so pretty. All right, we're gonna clean up a little bit and we'll be right back. I'm gonna do her tail. All right, and now I'm going to trim her tail up a little bit. You can see how pretty and long her tail is, and her daddy likes it like that. He loves the way it makes a little flag, he says. She won't let it be straight right now. She keeps swirling it in, but he loves her little flagship tail, he says. So we're just going to trim it up a little bit. Keep it from getting too terribly long. And then I just comb it out and puff it up as much as I can and see if it's too wild. And I'll just trim it up a little bit, enough to keep him from fussing about me cutting too much, and enough to where I'm happy with it not getting in her way. All right, and then I'm just gonna cut her sanitary area a little bit, and then I'm gonna let her go. I'm not gonna do her feet or anything today because we do have a birthday party to get ready for, don't we? And I still need to trim Czar's face a little bit. All right. Here we go. So, that's all I'm gonna put her through today, and say we will get back with you in just a little bit with my brother. Say bye-bye. Hey, we're back. This is Czar. So we're gonna get him spruced up just a little bit. He don't give me too much of a problem, but he don't like it either. None of them really like it, but he don't give me too much of a problem. If he gets to moving too much, I'll strap him in. But it's been hours since we started. We've taken a few little breaks. Got a bite to eat, huh? Yeah. So, yep, it's been about 4 hours since we started. And we're just doing the minimal. So y'all can see how slow I am. He's just got a little nub back here. His tail is actually, you don't really have one. He don't have a tail, I'm sorry. He's just got, it's like one, just not even one knuckle. It's a little bitty thing back there. So I had just leave this hair back there to make it look like he's got one. Poor little thing. Poor little thing. I don't know if you jumped or what happened when they went to cut that tail off. They cut the whole thing off. He's doing better with Piro now. Got something in your hair? They still get into little altercations, and I'm trying to separate them calmly and encourage brotherly love as much as possible, because we got a little ways to wait, don't we, buddy, till we can have your brother fixed. We'll get him ready to trim up a little bit. Just make his face look better. I'm gonna do him about like I did Femi. Face and top knot. You got hair in your mouth? Uh-oh. You got hair in your mouth? Alright, let's get going. Let me know in the comments below what kind of dog you have. And if you do your own grooming, or do you bring them to a groomer? Or do they just need a bath and you give them a bath? I mean, that is grooming, but still. If I had a short-haired dog, or one that didn't require haircuts on a regular, I would give them a bath myself. Especially now that you can use, if you don't have an area where you can, give them a bath easily, you can take them to like Tractor Supply and stuff, and they let you pay a fee, and a minor fee, from what I hear, is like $10 to use their tub and everything. And that's what I would do if I had like a German Shepherd or something. That's their toy ball rolling around on the floor. This thing, he loves it, but you need to turn it off while you're on the table, huh? That's your favorite toy. And I'm very protective of it. Tell them. Say, I'm very protective of that toy. I don't like anybody playing with it. So I do not like to share. All right, let's get this top knot trimmed up. I'm gonna wait on their body and do it later. It's not that bad. The worst part is the legs, because I'm not good at it. I'm not good at this, period. And the clippers, their little legs are so bony, especially Luna's. They're long and bony. And the clippers don't do very well on their legs. So I usually have to end up getting it down as far as they'll let me get it with the clippers, and then using the scissors. And I'm not good. My husband always tells me, they look good, they look so good, but they really don't. All right, and now I'm trimming up his little rear, getting his little sanitary area. And I'm going to trim just a very little bit off of this fake tail because it starts to change colors. As you can see, the longer it gets, it turns more of a cream instead of a white, which is the case with his body as well. But we're not cutting body today, are we? Say, we're not gonna cut the body today, Ma. All right, and then we'll clean up his little belly and tat-tat area. Let's see, how's it looking under there? Woo, woolly booger. Oh, a woolly booger. All right, let's go easy, easy. And I don't take off all the hair off the end of his tatai. I think I probably already took off too much, to be honest, because leaving a little bit of hair on their tatai helps direct the pee downward more than as if you cut it off too much like this. It just shoots up the stomach. But we'll just have to wipe off after every potty break, huh? Yeah. Oh, he's a pretty boy. Oh, he's a pretty boy. All right, well, we're gonna call it a day. All right, well, we're gonna call that a wrap. The end of our video. Show them how pretty you are. Say, I am such a pretty boy. I'm a pretty boy. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being around this long. I know this is gonna probably be a long video, but we appreciate you. And let us know, like I said, in the bottom, in the comment section, what y'all want to talk about, what y'all want to see. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll talk to you guys later. We love you. Bye.